we're going to go over modeling a Cybertruck. We're just going to model the body today. I did this for my project, and right now we're going to go over some basic tools. So we start out with the cube. What tools we're going to go over is, first we're going to do the scale tool. The shortcut is S. You can scale it. You click X to scale it on the X axis, Y on the Y axis, and Z on the Z axis. Next is the move or grab tool. You click G as a shortcut, X to move it on the X axis, Y to move it on the Y axis, and Z to move it on the Z axis. So next we're going to go over extend. This allows you to select vertices, edges, and faces. I'm going to select the face and click E, and it allows me to extend it on axes or extend it however I want. Next is inset faces. This is useful for creating bevels and windows and stuff like that. So you click I, and then you just drag, and it makes the smaller face. And that's basically it for inset faces. And then we're going to do K, which is a knife tool. This will allow you to make vertices on what you want. So right now I just made a line through the thing, or I can click this vertice with the tool, this vertice, this one, this. It allows you to make select shapes where you could then extend or do the inset faces. And then that's basically how you would make the window. Okay, let's get into modeling the actual Cybertruck. Oh, and delete is X. Click X. So first we're going to select the Y axis, drag in a side profile, and then we're going to select the Z axis and drag in a front profile. Then we're going to click on that, top. We're going to click on that, click R to rotate, Z to rotate on the Z axis, then just click, and then we're going to come down here and rotate it 90 degrees. And if it's not lined up, you're going to either have to do -90 or 270. Now what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to grab this and align it up with my other photo like that. I'm going to scale this down a bit so that it fits the body, and then move it down. Okay, let's add this cube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it into wireframe mode so I could see through it. And then I'm going to click the Y axis, and I'm going to scale it to this about the size that it looks. And then I'm going to scale it on the Z axis. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into edit mode, select the top face, and I'm going to move it down to this profile. And I'm going to select the bottom face and move it up to here. And then I'm going to switch to edge, select this edge, move it down to here, and that edge, move it over to there. So now what we're going to do is utilize the extend tool. We're going to select the top face, extend this all the way up to that little point for the side profile. Now we're going to go to the select edge. We're going to select that edge and grab it and move it over to that profile. You see right there? And then we're going to select this face and dissolve the face. And to get to this little menu, you click X. This edge, actually, we're going to select this edge. And you should have this. Now what we're going to do is we are going to switch back into wireframe mode. We want to scale this to this image. And we want to take this top edge and scale it down to what that looks like. So now you kind of have a slanted in part. Now we're going to select these edges. We're going to scale them down on the y-axis. Not a lot, just a little bit. So it kind of looks like that. Then we want to select this face and grab it back a little bit and extend it just like that. You want this edge aligned with this, and then we want to take this edge and this edge and grab it on the y-axis and scale it in a bit. So it should start to look like this. Then we grab this line and move it up the z-axis. Or we grab all of these, I guess, and move it up the z-axis just a bit. And that's basically just the front. And the back stays the same. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the whole thing in half, go into wireframe mode, go into select faces, and select an entire half of this image and delete it. Delete faces. And then I'm going to go into the sidebar or menu and then go to modifiers and do mirror. Do the mirror modifier and select the Y and only that one. And leave that there. So now it should look like a whole thing, and without the modifier it only looks like half. So this is basically you only having to do half of it instead of the whole thing. So now we're going to go back into edit mode and notice how it's only one edge that has these. That's because that's the edge that you're going to edit. Then we're going to go up to the top, go into wireframe mode, and click K for the knife tool. We're going to select this edge and this edge and click enter to make a basic window. Then we're going to click this edge, or we gotta click K again. We're going to click this edge and this edge to make the window. And then we're good, we got this part. So what we're going to do now is we're going to select this face, inset faces, and then we're going to dissolve this face, or no, not that face, dissolve this edge. No, that's not going to work. Grab this edge, go on the y-axis and bring it in. And then we're going to select this face, move it down on the z-axis just a bit, scale it, and then we're going to go back to tab, select this face, delete it, and there you got a really basic front window. And in order to make it look a little better, you could take this edge, extend it on the y-axis a bit, and then connect them by selecting both edges by holding shift and clicking on the next one and clicking F to create a face. And there you have kind of a little window. Now for the back window, we're going to do the same thing. I for inset faces, and then we're going to grab this edge, and we're going to grab this face, bring it down a bit, not too much. Then we're going to select this face and delete that face. Grab this edge, extend using the E tool, and then select both and click F to create the face and make it look like a basic window. So there we have the back window and the front window. Now for the side windows, those are going to be a little trickier. You have to go into the side, go into your wireframe mode, then you're going to want to click K, or go back into edit mode, click K, then we're going to want to follow this. Drag it up. And connect it back and click enter. Now you see I messed up. We're gonna have to click Command Z and undo that thing and then redo it. But I'm just gonna do it faster this time. And there's your pretty basic window outline. And you want to grab it, or no, first we have to inset faces, just a little bit, grab it, move it in, and bam, basic window. Now for the bottom, this is going to be pretty easy. We're going to hide the bottom image and select these faces to move them up a bit. And then we're going to take this edge and this edge and extend it down. So it kind of looks like that. And then we're going to grab it and move it so it looks like this. You see how it has that kind of little edge that's slanted in? We're going to want to do that for this edge too. And then in order to connect this, you go into this mode and then come up here. There's this little snap to thing. And you're going to snap this vertex to that vertex. And there's the pretty basic part of the thing. If you want to continue, I did follow this tutorial by Handlebar 3D, and he was really good with it, except he doesn't model the tires, and I kind of did that on my own. But yeah, that's basically all the tools I used for this, and the basic body is here for 3D modeling. But Handlebar 3D takes you through the whole thing. This is just part of it.